everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Edmon. This is Nicholas. We're just two mans with tans, and we're here to talk crap.
Yeah.
Not the S word, because we can't cuss within the first 5 minutes now, can we?
Yeah. Are you starting it from that moment you just started? Are you starting it from the moment we just started?
After I hit
Like
record, yeah.
Okay. So how long is 5 minutes? Because I actually can't do my how are you.
You can just wait until 5 minutes where it says at the bottom down here.
Oh, true.
Time for the
I can't
recording.
see the screen because it's black, but when it says that, that's when I can do my how am I. It requires cussing. I mean, you can cut it out.
I don't have, because I don't have 5 minutes worth of how are you.
You don't?
Like
Your life isn't that exciting that you have 5 minutes of how are you?
Absolutely not.
Boring.
My life is very boring. I'm a boring person.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I cut out last episode. I cut out all the cussing and stuff for the first 5 minutes.
I saw that. I was like, oh my God. Which is so funny because he's like,
just 5 minutes.
He's
whatever.
like, I'm not just again out of breath from just existing. You were like, I'm not restarting this intro, but it takes you longer to edit out cussing than it does to start an intro again.
But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. That's okay.
You need to back up.
Yeah, you gotta quit hitting.
It's because we're too close.
Yes. What?
We're too close to the table. We're not normally this close.
And
so I keep hitting it. Does this move? There we go. See, puppy, you're crying, and I actually can't help you. No. That's not helpful.
No.
Can you go back up? Go lay down. Good boy. He literally can't be with me for like 2 hours out of a day, and he's just immediately like, he's like, how am I? Why doesn't anybody ask how I am?
Well, it's because he's a baby.
He's just a baby.
To you.
He's just, everybody in the chat,
to you.
Is Steven just a baby?
To you, you babied him. He's a big baby because you babied him.
Okay. How am I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of bitches on Instagram specifically.
Okay.
So everybody here in the chat right now who is on Instagram, I'm so sick of you because I need a new phone case. Okay. We know my phone case is broken. Like it literally doesn't even sit on my phone right. I put on my Instagram story.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, where can I find a good phone case? Because I've had this one for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why half the fucking replies are in my bussy, in my pussy, in my asshole. Come check my asshole.
Oh, like in theirs, not yours. I thought they were saying it's like in your ass. Like,
no.
I'll be like up your ass and around the corner.
No. I can find good phone cases in their assholes, in their bussies.
You fitting whole iPhone cases up your hole? In that crack?
I asked for a simple suggestion. Maybe Amazon?
Etsy?
Tasteify? Something?
You niggas is freaky.
Like
freaky.
Every time we address a freaky frog, another fucking freaky frog comes out of the fucking thing. Like, I'm sick. Where can I get a phone case? Not your fucking asshole.
Please.
Nasties.
Tammy said I actually sent you real Rex.
Yeah, I saw. Thank you.
I would say, and guess who didn't see him? Him, because all he saw was, you can dig me out to find him.
No, literally, like 90% of the replies are literally people being like, nut at me.
Niggas want you to play Where's Waldo in a booty hole. It's crazy.
So that's how I am. I ask for simple suggestions, and you bitches are disgusting. Other than that, I'm great.
What did you expect, though? Your whole inbox has just been
that wasn't on my spam. My spam, people are constantly like, nut at me.
They're both linked to each other. You can get to your regular from the spam and like, vice versa. So obviously, like wherever you post for questions, people are going to be like, you can check inside of me.
Not helpful.
How do you split the check? The same way you can split me.
No, that's actually how they respond to things.
Where can I get a good honey bun? I don't know, but you can glaze me.
That's actual responses that I get.
I bet.
Other than that, I'm great. But I'm sick of
you. You don't seem to hate it too much, huh?
No, I'd love it. I'd love it even more if they sent me a Venmo or
money,
something.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. Like, come and dig me out, and then here's $300.
That's what I posted today. Like, everybody's flirting with me. I literally love to be flirted with. But guess how I love to be flirted with the most? PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you eat today? Here's some money for food.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's a really cute panty you got on. Here's some money to get some more.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to flirt better.
Mm-hmm.
Nudes? That's very old school.
It's very like 2006.
You're hot.
Just drop it.
I know. Like, that's not flirting. Like, thanks. Whoa. You know, nice hair. You don't fucking say.
Well, that's just they trying to use my line.
Yeah, they saw it worked. They were like, let me just tag off of that.
You feel what I'm saying? Trying to copy off a young nigga. Ugh.
Do what he didn't do on the first date. Give me some money.
And hug him.
And hug me.
I'm doing my best.
Oh.
That's all I can do. I'm doing
Yeah.
my best, man. I'm trying to just get through the day. It's been a rough 24 hours.
It has?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That case thing really affected me a lot.
Case thing?
The case. Marcellus.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Probably. Maybe not. So I just been trucking on through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get into these topics really quick.
I mean, it was like the first topic. Well, second topic.
Well, I don't have this in any like order. I just like when we put them in there, I just put them in there, and I kind of just like on the fly decide what we're gonna talk about first, based off of what I feel like talking about and what people will stick around to listen to.
Well, I think it's the most relevant. You did just talk about it.
I just gave the secret sauce, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
Oh, okay.
Latto.
Okay, yeah. I have things to talk about this too.
Side, just we ain't even on the
Are
road
we talking
yet.
about Latto or are we talking about Waffle House?
We're talking about
Because there's like levels to this story, if this is the story you're talking about.
yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, out of breath.
Because I have updates.
Okay, so Latto has a song out called Brokey. Very good. I like it. Let's go off.
Yeah, he's
road.
a Latto
Let's go off
fan
the road
now.
real quick because
He's
I already
a
knew this was
Latto
gonna stop
fan
here.
now.
Already
Because
knew this
here's
was
the
gonna stop.
thing. Here's the thing. He has for like a whole year been like, I don't get the Latto love. I don't understand. She's not good. She can't rap. Her booty's built crazy now. Like you've said all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, every song that's playing in the car, I'm like, who is this? Sounds like Latto. He goes, it is like you told me all about this like Latto slander, and now all of a sudden you forget to tell me you're a Latto stan now. Like you're showing up at concerts, you bought concert tickets, like you have Latto merch now. You're buying Latto 649 from Canada. Like what the fuck? The switch up is crazy.
I need you to do a few butterflies and just like stretch the muscles real hard next time before you reach up that goddamn high. Ain't nobody buying no concert tickets.
I can't even reach that high. I'm only 5'5".
No, look, she got a new album out. And a few of the songs are good.
Yeah.
I'm not a Latto fan. I don't really get the whole thing. I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you said was true. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Latto is not my number one at all. But like, you got to give credit where it's due, bro. Some of them songs is kind of fire.
I haven't heard them. Wait,
Yeah.
is it the one that goes, no, I'm thinking of a different song.
What are you thinking?
In my head, I was thinking Brokey.
Yeah.
Oh, but then
I talk a lot of shit.
Oh, I was thinking of
Like
Baddies. That fucking Natalie Nunn song.
Which, who the fuck ever gave this
Everybody's whooping everybody.
a second
She is
of studio
crazy.
time? What is wrong with you? You niggas want her.
No, it was Lumel. That's who fucking gave her studio time. Baddie, shot o'clock. Here we go. If Scotty decided to get in the booth today, I would listen to it.
But I would rather listen to Scotty than Natalie.
Yeah, because
I'd rather see Scotty
true.
than Natalie. I wish that Scotty was what Natalie is.
At the auditions, and she was like, you look like Scotty with more body. And I was like, I'm about to throw down at this audition. I'm not even there. Don't you fucking disrespect Scotty like that. But I think the thing is, like, Natalie could make a good song. Natalie could make a good... Well, here's the thing. If she had the abilities to make a good song, it would still be bad because it's her. But if, like, Scotty made a song and it was, like, mid, I would be like, I fucking love this song because it's Scotty.
Honey, I saw how painful that was to you.
It was, like, hard. I couldn't even say it seriously.
And I don't understand why you put yourself through that trauma.
She got to be this far from the mic, 'cause that chin.
She got to be further than that. So anyway, Latto got an album out. One of the songs is Brokey. Y'all heard it over the internet. Brokey. It's pretty good. There's a challenge to go along with it. we doing challenges again.
Is that
It's
the one that's like
crazy.
pop that pussy, bitch? Pop that pussy, bitch. If you something, pop that pussy, bitch.
That's Anicia. You getting your niggas mixed up yet again.
Everyone literally raps the same in like monotone. It's hard to tell.
You just said what her song was 5 seconds ago. Then you mixed it up with something else.
I thought that was literally the same song. Oh my god. Brokey, pop that pussy, bitch.
You know what I thought about? ADHD is fucking us, so we're gonna get back on track in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I did just have coffee. Sorry.
You probably don't give a fuck about what I'm about to say.
I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. You could tell me.
I was gonna say I just thought about when I was younger. I mixed up Tina Turner and Shaka Khan.
Oh, see, now that is more
I
problematic.
thought they was the
than
same
mine.
person. They wasn't even in the same era. They just look alike though to me. They looked alike.
You
Now
thought,
I know
you
the
thought Shaka
difference.
Khan was rolling
rolling in the river. Yeah,
rolling.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I sure did. Anyway,
Lotto.
the challenge. I don't know. I
challenges are
don't get
back.
what the challenge is. I didn't understand the challenge.
Well, it's 'cause we're in
I
our
thought it was
30s
just
now.
Maybe that's probably what that
We don't
is.
need to know. It's not for us.
It's past us now.
The song's at us. So it's not for us.
The song is definitely about me. She's talking about Brokey. It's his eye. I felt so important. There's a little challenge going on. Blah, blah, blah. Some girl that worked at a Waffle House, I think in Atlanta. I'm not really sure exactly where it was. She did the challenge. Her and her coworkers did the challenge. I'm not really sure what the fuck it was. And she got fired.
Yes.
For doing the challenge. And a lot of people was like, well, you shouldn't have been doing it at work. And some people was like, well,
People
I can do
throw
what I
fucking
want to.
chairs in Waffle House. Nobody has ever eaten at Waffle House. They've only ever gotten. That's where they need to hold the next baddies audition. Is in a fucking Waffle House.
Honestly.
Please, she was filming a TikTok, so she's fired. What about the people the literal restaurant workers who I see throw chairs?
Well, I'm sure they got fired too.
No. Has anybody ever went to a Waffle House and not seen a brawl? Do we even have Waffle House out here?
No.
Where the fuck did you go to Waffle House?
When I went to Atlanta.
And that's
Because there's Waffle Houses every 3 minutes in Atlanta. I don't understand how them Waffle Houses are staying open, because you could look outside and then go across the street and then trip and fall into another Waffle House.
The only thing Waffle House is known for is their fighting videos online. And that white girl who caught the chair mid-flight.
Yeah, Waffle House is like Southern people, be mad as y'all want to, bitch, go cry to the Wawa about it. Waffle House is not good.
No.
It's so bland. It's boring. The only thing that's good about it is
The headlines when we see
the
Waffle House fight
headlines
videos.
when you be seeing them chairs and pancakes sliding off of niggas' foreheads. People be bouncing sausages off of their foreheads.
That's the new World Star. Instead of screaming World Star, people
You say
fight.
Waffle House?
You just start going
That
Waffle
is
House.
crazy.
Yes. But did you know that Latto met up with that girl and filmed a video with her?
Oh, did she for real?
Yes.
Oh,
she,
that's so cool.
She gave her the money. She won the Waffle House challenge.
Yeah.
And she gave her money. But the girl fucking threw it in the air, the money. And all I could think of was, baby, you don't got a job. You need to pick that up. Ma'am, you threw all that money in the air. Pick it up.
Maybe she gave it to her to throw. Like,
Okay,
just,
maybe.
like, throw it and like, I'm hoping
And
that's
if
what
that-
it is, because if you are unemployed and you are throwing money,
I need you to get down there and pick that up. Bitch, I would have been picking that up if I was the fucking MC in the studio, because they filmed it in the studio. I'd be
Yeah.
down there picking those fucking dollars up.
there's such a like negative stigma against that. Like, if somebody throws money in the air, it's like negative for like people to go down and pick it up.
If you throw money in the air around me, no, I'm picking it. I'm picking it up.
Like, what's the point of you?
I'm picking
throwing
it
the
up,
money
picking
in?
it up, picking it up, and I dig in it.
What is it?
I'm picking it
I
up.
guess you you're supposed to catch it in the air first or
No,
something. Like, what
you
is the
obviously don't
whole-
want it.
Because you threw it.
You don't want that money.
Because
If
you
you're-
threw it.
If we're at a club and we're in a booth and you throw money, I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
Call me broke all you want. You want to know I'm not broke? Because I picked up the fucking money and I deposited it in my bank account.
How am I broke if I had the money?
You're broke now.
Broke means no money. I have money. How am I broke?
I picked it up off the floor. I don't get that. I've always heard that people who pick money up off the floor, like you're embarrassing. I'll be embarrassing.
Like, the only place you cannot pick up money when it's thrown is the strip club.
Yes, because it's
That's
not yours.
it, because okay, bitch, and if you
if you pick up my fucking money, bitch, I'm gonna smack the fuck
for
out of you.
your own safety, don't
Yeah.
pick up the money.
Because I've done that. How about when I used to be a stripper and somebody like gave money to me, and that some people just like put it on the stage because they like, don't want to disrespect you. Bitch, a fucking stripper came by and went to go grab the money. I stomped the fuck out of his hand. Bitch, put my fucking money down. Okay, this is Canada. We don't even have dollar bills. We have $5. You gonna take $5 from me?
That time that I went to the strip club, when we was throwing money, somebody fell on the ground. So I was like, let me pick up her money real quick so I can give it to her. And I went to go reach down for it. And she looked at me like, I'm like, okay, my bad, girl. I was trying to just give it to you.
Because I'm sure that people throw money and then they like pick it back up and they
Well,
don't
also
actually give
too,
it.
like I noticed, like on stage, whenever like there's a girl that's dancing and the dudes is throwing her money, like other dancers will come around and pick up the shit too,
That's what happens.
and like they'll pocket it. Like there's a girl that walk around with the strip club I went to, at least. There's a girl that walks around with a bag. Like I guess each stripper has a girl, and they walk around with a trash bag, and you put the money in the trash bag for that girl. But like other people's girls will come pick up money too. I don't know, whatever, but. Yeah.
All I know is I'm picking up the money.
But anyway, back to the fucking
yeah.
topic. People started to talk about like it, like because our job saw the video and then fired it. I was like, okay, so like, what is your opinion on like jobs monitoring people's like social medias and then like making decisions based off of that?
Okay, I think your job has every right to look at your job has every right to monitor your social media. If you put something on the internet, I don't care if Queen Latifah wants to fucking Google you. If you put something on the internet, I feel this way because I put my fucking asshole on the internet.
Yeah, digital footprint is a motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Don't like mine.
My digital footprint is insane. But it's not even, my digital fucking pussy print is insane.
Digital pussy print is crazy.
Well, I feel like, and people say this all the time, oh, why don't you make like a private account? Why don't you make like a private this? For what? Make a close friends. For what? If I'm putting something on the internet, I'm okay with every person in my life or anybody in the world seeing it.
Yeah.
Like my parents see what I post because if I'm going to do that, I don't care. My bosses used to see what I posted. I don't care. That's not my problem. Like, I don't think it's wrong for places to want to monitor what you post. And I think if you are going to work for a company, I know this might not be popular. If they want to fire you because of what you put on social media, you work for them. You're at the mercy of your job at the end of the day. Now, it depends. Like sometimes you might feel like they need you and sometimes they might feel like you need them. That's all perspective. Whether, you know what I mean? Like if you want to quit your job tomorrow and you're like, fuck them. They need me to be like, they need employees. That's perspective. I think they should absolutely be able to be like, I don't like what you post there because you are a reflection of our business. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel the same. The only thing that I kind of like differ is that like, when it comes to people's like personal social media accounts, I feel like people should be allowed to just like post what it like they personally want to post. And like I never really agreed with the whole like you are a reflection of the company thing. Like I'm my own person, I'm my own being. Like, and obviously like, you know, if your company has certain values or certain like, you know, whatever like if you are a Christian company and they hire you, obviously, there's going to be some fucking problems going on. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, again, I'm my own person. You're a company. Like, you don't know what these people in your company do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just bullshit that people can't just like post what they want to post. And I feel like when it's like a fun, like lighthearted, like good spirited thing like
I think
that,
it's dumb.
Like that's fucking crazy.
I think if you don't want someone who posts whole on the internet working for you, like that's a choice.
Yeah.
That's, I think, but I also think like with my opinion on that, I do think businesses are way too like stuck up, snooty, whatever. Like, okay, they're doing TikTok dances or doing whatever fucking challenge. Like, they're not naked, and which I also, again, I don't think should matter, by the way.
I'm about to say, yeah.
No, I don't think any of that matters, but I don't think it's my choice as the employee to decide what a company is okay with. So I do think you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, like, don't maybe like decapitate someone online, like, and then, you know, put it on Instagram and be like, why did I get fired from my job? But like, I think you should be able to post whatever the fuck you want. But again, it's up to the business, right? Like if I'm a school teacher and I'm online popping pussy, got Don Julio bottle on my head, like that probably doesn't look good as a parent, even though the parents do the same thing.
Right.
And I think that's the business's choice. I just think that some things like dances are not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
When I was a dance teacher, I didn't post myself drinking ever. I never posted myself drinking. I never posted, parents had the problem with me. I
Well,
can fucking talk about it now because I don't fucking work there anymore.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
People had so many problems. And it's homophobia, but it's the fact that all these teachers would post themselves drinking, partying in like little, like tiny outfits, whatever. I never did any of that. Never know. You could never find a video of me drinking ever online until I quit teaching. Okay. You couldn't find a video of anything.
Yeah.
I was so, in comparison to the other thing, other teachers were posting themselves drinking with the students and they didn't get fired, right?
With the students,
But,
which is fucking, has always been nuts to me when niggas have ever said anything to you.
like people post themselves going,
You doing shots
Yes.
with these niggas.
but posting it, that's the thing. Like you're posting yourself doing this. You can do whatever you want. You can be close to whatever
No, for
family
sure.
you want.
But
You can do
why
any
are
of
you
that.
in the stories with your students taking shots
Yes.
together
Like,
and then teaching them on Monday?
yes. And like going on vacation, not me, but faculty vacations or like vacations going to Cancun, post yourself drinking. I don't think any of it's bad. I think you can do whatever you want. But it's crazy how many parents were mad at me for existing online when they're people teaching their students or their kids were like posting that kind of stuff. Like, what did I do? And every time it would be brought up to me, oh, a parent complained about your social media, complained about this. I'm like, how? And then I would, because bitch, I'm not stupid. So I'd pull up every single screenshot of all the other stuff the faculty's doing. And we go, did they get a complaint? And then the conversation's dead because no, they didn't.
Because what the fuck are we talking about?
I think people just need to fucking shut the fuck up. Anyway, but I don't work there anymore. I forgot. I loved my job. Sorry. There's just some of the parents. Y'all can kick rocks. And some of you, I miss you.
Yeah, some of y'all was lame as hell.
But I miss a lot of you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't, but then again, I always be looking at shit from the viewpoint of like, if I had a business, like,
Yeah.
if I had a business, like, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was popping pussy on OnlyFans. Depending on what it was, right? Like, obviously, if you're a school teacher, I don't want your asshole butt naked out there on the internet for the kids to see.
Yeah.
But if you're like a fucking supply chain manager, like, who cares if you sucking cock on the side? Like, I don't.
It's none of my business. That's why I never.
And it doesn't affect the job anyway. Our
Yes.
clients are not going to Google you to see what the fuck you do. And if they do, okay, I suck dick. But also, do you want these prices for these products or not?
And how the fuck you get them kids? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's dumb. I never even like. That's why I quit before I ever did OnlyFans. I literally would never. And the amount of people who were like, "What if we just don't say anything?" You are. You were gonna get me in more trouble. But no, like I think if
I'm people.
People who worked there at the studio.
Oh yeah, true.
We're like,
right.
let's see how long we can ride it out. I'm like, no.
Just keep it on the hush and we'll ride with you, babe.
You want me to walk into the studio knowing that? No, because I have those morals. I would never teach and also do OnlyFans because that's my personal feeling. So I never did. But then also, I don't think it should matter depending on the business. But again, as a business owner, that's up to you.
Yeah.
I think you can't really have a definitive opinion on it because like everything is different. You know what I mean? I can't run a daycare here, but also film adult content here. Like that's fucking weird. You know? Yeah, I don't know. But Waffle House of all businesses, please get the fuck off your rickety high horse because that bitch is fucking on toothpicks. You fired someone for doing social media.
For doing that.
That's the best thing. That challenge was the best thing to come out about Waffle House on social media. Please. That was the most PG thing to come out about you guys.
If y'all was smart, y'all would have commented underneath that girl's video.
Thanks for not fighting in Waffle House. Like, please.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, employee morale. Like,
niggas be having the game fucked up, but that be that old school. I feel like a lot of them people be like old school people that's making those decisions. And they just think like, you're not supposed to have personality. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. It's like, bro, it's a new age. These kids don't give a fuck.
in the wake of social media too, you want Waffle House to be posted. You want your business to be posting challenges,
to be
whatever,
posted,
random stuff.
Yeah.
You want that. You want like that video went viral. You want that to go viral because now people are going to be like, oh my God, I fuck with Waffle House. But now, no, fuck you, bitch. I'm not giving you my money. Not that I was before, but like.
And I also think that pushes away other perspective, like people who would probably apply for the job.
Yes, because now I know you're.
Because now I know you're gonna fire me if I try to be fun.
Like
I'm gonna go work at McDonald's instead.
Yeah, and I also know I'm not going to get into a brawl at McDonald's.
You feel me?
I don't have to fight for my life.
Life on the line every time.
For $7.
The Shits and Gigs podcast. It's a podcast out in
Oh,
the
I
UK.
saw something about this. let women down. I just saw a headline
They
saying
let women down.
that's the headline I saw.
Yeah.
Shits and Gig podcast let women down.
Well, they had it. They had went on to the. I don't know what Andrew.
Oh wait,
Schultz
is that
Fuhad
Fuhad?
and James?
And James?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think Fuhad's name is crazy?
It's wild. No, but what I was thinking was I was like, I've never like, what is that? Normally I know kind of like
Fuhad?
when you put a topic down, I kind of go like, oh, I've heard of them. I've heard of this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what that was.
Well,
it was just Fuhad and James.
If you would have let me continue to
fuck
go,
up.
you probably would have found
It
out.
sounds like a good candle company.
Fuhad and James. That does sound like a good candle
Right?
company.
A good like natural, organic, earthy company.
Like the like cursive F in the front.
Yeah, and like very minimalist like stuff.
Yeah.
Fuhad and James.
With like a brown, like a beige background, like your shirt.
Definitely.
White text.
Yes.
Script F. Helvetica font.
Is
for
it
the rest of it.
Helvetica?
Helvetica.
The Helvetica.
Font. You feel me? Work sans maybe. You feel me?
Yeah.
Thin. Very
Definitely thin. Oh my god,
Thin
so
font.
thin.
Yes.
Fuhad and James is for the Pilates girls.
And it's like a cashmere scent.
Desi Perkins orders Fuhad and James.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
$500 a candle.
100%. 5 wick. Always.
Always.
Sorry. Okay, go. Fuhad and James.
Sorry,
I keep touching my hair. Okay, it's fucking frizzy today.
They have the Shits and Gigs podcast. It's like a big one in the UK. They came over to the States. And they did a episode on Andrew Schultz's podcast. I don't know the name of his podcast. And I guess like Andrew got this making like stereotypical jokes about like black women and like they didn't like. They're black by the way
Andrew
too.
Schultz?
Some white dude.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
I think I've seen you listen to them, right?
I've seen his stand-up comedy before. I liked some of his old stand-up comedy.
Okay. No, but I've seen them. You've listened to them, right? Have they
Fuhad
been
and-
around?
Fuhad and James?
I think so.
No, I never listened to one of the episodes before.
Okay, never mind. Who were we listening to in the car on the way to the beach?
On the way to the beach.
They were so funny.
They're
They're like New Yorkers.
Oh, that's the Victory Light.
Okay, that's who I thought you were talking about.
Oh, no.
Okay, these are different people.
Yeah, these are.
I was like, oh my god, they let women down? No. I love them. They're so funny. Okay, never mind. I don't give a fuck about these guys.
No. Anyway, Andrew Schultz talking crazy, making little racist jokes, blah, blah, blah. And the dudes was just laughing, black women ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. And then they had said some shit about like, they went to Atlanta and they saw no baddies. How?
Imagine going to Atlanta and being like, there's no baddies here. Literally, the originator of the baddie is from Atlanta.
Said they went to Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States of America during the summer.
Please.
And said there were no baddies. I know that when they touched down and walked out of the airport, there was at least 6 sundresses walking around.
Booties were clapping just from walking, just simply walking.
Just standing. The heartbeat made the motherfucker jiggle.
Oh, the only time it wasn't clapping was when they were on the fucking the escalator thing that goes like in the airport straight.
And even then, don't hit a bad bump.
No.
Earthquake.
Oh my god, the second that they take the luggage cart and they have to go down out of the airport into the car park, it's like doo-doo-doom, just ass clapping. You didn't see any baddies, please.
Somebody said that somebody said the only way they couldn't have seen no baddies is if they was blind or they was gay.
Yo, Fuhad and James are finger popping each other's assholes.
I was about to say, I'm leaning more towards homosexual.
No baddies. Be so fucking for real.
So stupid.
In the home of Normani.
So dumb.
Get a fucking grip. No baddies.
Yeah. It was really crazy. I'm going to be completely transparent. I didn't see the full clips of what they were saying as far as like black women go and shit like that. Only thing I did see was some
the
shit
burping
about
podcast because we just burp literally for 2 hours straight every episode.
And I don't understand why I'm so burpy.
It's because we're taking in so much oxygen all the time because we're talking.
I guess. Sorry, that was another burp. The only thing I did see was this little like moment where Andrew says something about black women being like, I don't remember. It was something negative as hell though. But people were saying like a lot of their fan base, the Shits and Gigs podcast, they were saying that they were upset about watching that because the foundation of their fan base is black women. So it's like, why are you not defending us in front of this black man or this white man? Why are you letting this white man talk super duper crazy to about us and y'all just laughing it off? Or
is Andrew Schultz like bigger than them? Do you know what I mean? Like, did they, not to like defend, but do you think maybe they felt like,
I would just say yeah, just because he's an American podcaster and they're in the UK, so it's like American already throws you out to
they
everybody.
were on his?
They were on his.
So maybe they felt like they couldn't. I don't know. I feel like I don't know where I'm. If you talk shit about somebody, I don't care who it is. I'm probably gonna be like, you sound dumb. But still, like
You know
maybe
what I'm saying?
they
Like,
thought there was like an imbalance of power.
I mean, maybe I don't know, but it just seems a little bit foolish for you to just allow some shit like that to happen when,
especially with what's
that's
going
your
on in the UK. Isn't there like
foundation.
a huge like beat on black people right now? Wasn't Cam saying that?
I think that was I think Muslim people. Well, the original like target was Muslim people,
But they were still
obviously as racist white people say going for every fucking body. You know what I mean? And every time they lose a fucking soccer game over there, they just go outside and just start beating up on people, black people. So it's just like it's very racist over there.
I would just feel like you would be maybe more inclined to say like, hey, chill out. Especially because it's two of you, jump him. I don't know.
I mean, it was two of them and then like three of everybody else. But still, like, I don't. The shit is
that just you show your cards, you show your hand,
and that's kind of what I was gonna say. It's like, them doing that to me made me feel like they're just doing the shit as like a performance, like it's performative. They don't really care that much. They just like to just big up them because they know that that's like a market that is gonna be loyal to you if you do right by them, and they're gonna support you if you do right by them, and they just kind of try to just like capitalize off of that to get pushed up to where they
but
were.
It's backfiring.
But now you bitch yourself in your ass because
you just
said fuck your foundation to try to appeal to these fucking white people, and now nobody fucks with you anymore.
Well, that's what it is. It's either you bowed down to that and you like were willing to belittle black women, especially as black men, willing to do that for a come up, or you actually don't care about black women. Those are the only two options. And both of them don't look good.
Both of them fucking suck. I'm never going to come over here and just downplay. There's such a huge market for talking down on black women. Like a huge one. Niggas be having all type of podcasts. That's what the fucking
Fresh and Fit. Freaky
Fresh
Frog
and So
podcast.
clean. Fresh and Fit podcast was just
nothing
but
fresh
like
or fit, by the way. None of them smell fresh. I know their balls stink, and none of them are fit.
Stank, and neither one of them niggas work out for
They're
sure.
no, literally at all. So that's a crazy name.
I thought he was about to come over here.
No, he wants to. I'm not going to look that way.
Yeah, I don't want to, because then he going to come over here and try to
no.
put that goddamn satellite dish in everybody's goddamn face. Nobody wants to watch HBO today, girl.
Please.
No, there's a huge market for that. And I feel like that's kind of like what they were trying to, I don't want to say trying to, because I don't know what their full intentions was, but like it's easy for you to pivot into that at any point because everybody hates black women.
What is he known for?
Being not salacious, but he just like, he does those jokes that like conservatives like, so like the non-PC stuff.
Are they like that?
Who? Fresh
No, Fuhad and James?
I don't know because I don't watch that shit.
Them.
But from what I understand,
if their audience is,
because in my head, maybe it's just an assumption that I'm having, is that if a core following of your group, no matter who you are or what you do, is predominantly black women, that means that in some way, shape, or form, you are not like super duper non-PC. Like at some point, you're going to have some respect for other people because black women as a whole, again, maybe it's just an assumption of mine, have respect for other people. Now, little jokes here and there, poking fun, that is what it is. But like Andrew Schultz's whole thing, like his whole like presence or his whole like shtick is that I'm gonna just make fun of other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have jokes here and there.
Is it like targeted to specific people, or is he making fun? Is it like anybody could get it?
Anybody could get it.
Okay, I like that.
But some people find his stuff to be harmful. He's kind of like a worse version of like Dave Chappelle, in that you kind of don't know if he's laughing with you or at you. You know what I'm saying?
I have a different opinion about that. I think Dave Chappelle's kind of funny.
I like Dave Chappelle. He's one of my favorite comedians.
I think for me personally, and I've always said if like your comedy is at a demographic that you are not.
He's a more successful Matt Rife.
Okay, well, Matt Rife's like not that funny. He's just kind of hot. Like if you look at it, if an ugly person made Matt Rife jokes, they wouldn't be that funny. He's just super
There
hot.
would be Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, okay, true. He's just not hot. I just don't know what he looks like. Let me see what Andrew Schultz. He sounds like, his name sounds like he's got a really long nose.
Oh my god!
But I do love a long nose. No, it does. Schultz, like Andrew Schultz, like he's got a beak on him. Let's see.
You would be right.
Wait, he kind of looks like. Oh, I've seen him before.
Mm.
He gives he's ratty.
Oh my god, he does.
Like
look a
he
little bit
literally
ratty,
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
If there was a live action Ratatouille,
Yeah.
100% he's a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like he makes not like offensive jokes. Like, sorry, he looks like he makes offensive jokes.
Yeah, for sure he does.
No, 100%.
100%. He used to be really ugly. Look him up before the surgery. Andrew Schultz had surgery.
No, I think
sure
Matt
he
Rife.
did.
I think Matt Rife.
Oh yeah, Matt Rife did have
but
surgery.
But anyway, I think I used to say that, like, if you come at anybody negatively as a comic, and like it's not your demographic, like you don't get to decide if it's funny or not. With that being said, I do like comedians who are not prejudiced. Like anybody, any demographic, any person can get this work. Okay, on that stage. I don't necessarily love when it's like targeted only towards like specific people who like don't look like you. I think when you don't include yourself into that and like people who look like you, then it's like, oh, you know, like if he was making jokes about like white people with the racist comb over like he has, like I think that would be perfect. But yeah, I don't know if he's funny because I've never seen him, but I think Dave Chappelle's funny. He did make some crazy jokes, but I do kind of like how he just got on stage and did it again. He was like, all right, well, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
His comeback was crazy.
There's a hope that we're not even gonna get.
Oh, I know.
We're not gonna get
you explained it to me when he did his first show back after being canceled.
Yeah.
And the way he talked about it was wild.
Super crazy.
But
yeah, no, that shit's lame.
Yeah. It would be lame to me due to like the racial imbalance, right? I think it's like definitely like leave black women out of it. You know what I mean? I think that should just be like a encompassing feeling. Like they've had enough. There's a lot of things that we can rip on people for. They've had enough. But the racial imbalance of like the white guys making all of the racial jokes and like they're not is what's weird to me.
I think it's weird that they didn't say anything to him about it.
Like that's where the imbalance comes from.
But fuck that. You're two black men talking about black women. Your mama black.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. No. I'm just saying, like, that's bullshit. Like,
yeah,
your sister black, your mama black, your auntie black. I'm never gonna let no motherfucker come here. I will never let nobody come in here and talk crazy about black women because you talking about my mama. You talking about my sister.
It'd be different if it was your cousin doing it.
Yeah,
because
but if it's some
they look like you.
Exactly, but if it's some random motherfucker I don't know, like, bro, come on, man, like that shit is corny as fuck. Especially, again, I'm gonna double back to this every time when your fan base, the foundation of it is black women. It just seems stupid to do that.
They needed to do what Ariana did when she was on that podcast and those guys were talking shit about women and she was like, I don't want to come back here. They're real sexist. Like said it online and was like, is that what you guys think? Like men are dumb.
And
men
that's what
need
people
to
are
man
saying.
up.
Like they're saying like you didn't have to get up and jump this nigga. But like if this is a comedic setting and everybody's making jokes, blah, 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 whatever fuck like that. Like you could have came back with a joke. You could have said something to steer it away. You could have been like, damn nigga, you sound anti-black as hell. You don't did a black bitch break your heart? Like something. You know what I'm saying? You could have did something, but instead y'all just laughed, nodded, agreed, and said, that's funny, Mr. White Man.
Yeah, even just from Googling him, I could have named 5 things about his appearance. Boom, like so fast.
Oh, that and then turned around and said it wasn't no baddies in Atlanta. You niggas are slow.
Oh, right.
Diddy got arrested.
We talked about that last episode.
Yeah, but there have been a lot more things that
There's
happened
been some crazy
since
updates.
then. I think we talked about the shit.
Did we talk about the lube in last episode? I don't think I got that
I think
far.
we did. I think we talked about the lube last episode.
Johnson & Johnson is quaking. Their biggest customer is in jail.
Anywho, since his arrest, right? A lot of things have been happening. Number one being that a lot of these CEOs have started stepping down.
Hella CEOs have stepped down.
Very fast.
Telling on yourself.
Right?
Usher deleted all his tweets and brought them back and then said he was hacked. Please,
Which-
no one's fucking hacking your Twitter.
Why would they be wanting to hack your shit?
And hack it and not post anything. When people hack your Twitter, they post shit.
Or they change your profile picture and be like, give me 13,000, you get your shit back. Like,
Not delete 7,000 tweets that could be incriminating. Please, give me a fucking break. Usher.
and it's like, because remember I was talking to you about that in the kitchen when it happened. I was like, well, maybe it was like a little like glitch or something. You know, Twitter is bullshit now, and Elon Musk fucking drove us to hell, and all the engineers that were there that kept it solid and together are gone and fired or laid off. So maybe it was a glitch. But then you was like,
yeah, it's only glitching for people surrounded by Diddy.
weird.
The glitch only impacts people who know Diddy. Only them. Like,
yeah.
that's weird.
But anyway, yeah. So no. My nigga got arrested. He tried to get bail. It was what it was.
Yeah, he tried to give $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
The judge was like, "LO fucking L, no," because he wanted house arrest while they await trial, and the judge was like, "No, because you committed these crimes, alleged crimes, please, in your house. So why the fuck would we let you sit at home at the scene of the crime where you can just commit more crimes? Like, house arrest is to stop you or to deter you from committing more crimes. If you committed them at home, what are you talking about?"
Stupid.
And
That
like
makes
got
no
all these
sense.
women, which is so disappointing. I know they're women in his life, but it is extremely disappointing that all of these women signed these letters to the judge so that he would have bail. When women are the people, majority, he was abusing obviously men too, but women were being trafficked like crazy and abused. So like as a woman, that's crazy to me.
And very crazy. But in that same vein, talking about women, right?
Women.
This is a pivot, honestly. It has nothing to do with what you said, but kind of a little bit because you're talking about women.
Okay.
On the Joe Budden podcast, Melissa Ford was talking to one of the co-hosts of the podcast. His name is Queen's Flip, and he had this whole like little segment. Y'all probably seen this on Twitter or something like that if y'all be on there or whatever, or if y'all be paying attention or whatever, blah blah blah. But there's this whole little thing. Yeah, I was having a conversation where Queen's Flip was basically saying how he don't like how there's all these women coming out now. He basically was saying like, you know, I'm not saying I'm pro Diddy. I'm not saying like I'm for anything that he did. Like we all, you know the same thing. So it is what it is. But he's saying like, I don't like when women come out after the fact or like later down the line
That's
and be
so
like,
weird.
y'all want to change y'all story all of a sudden and we supposed to just go with it because it's like some people be lying.
I
To
know you're
which-
mad because when Tahiri came out after and said later on after the relationship ended that she didn't like what you did, you were mad about it.
Ooh.
Hit dogs holler. I hate it though because he's actually so hot.
Queen's Flip?
No, Joe Budden.
Oh.
I have like a horrible thing where like he's really kind of hot.
Really?
Yeah,
So Joe Budden and Chief Keef
and Kevin Gates.
and Kevin Gates.
There's another one in there that's somebody had just pointed out that's like, what the fuck? I can't remember.
Besides that person you showed me on Twitter,
Who did I show you on Twitter?
that dude,
So specific. What?
I'm gonna tell you after off the stream.
I showed you on Twitter.
You showed me their Twitter. It's going past your head. So
There's a lot of people on Twitter.
We're gonna move on.
Anyway.
So anyway, he said all that. Melissa Ford came back and said a whole lot. Well, first of all, back up. What is your opinion on that?
What I just said, I think that's fucking dumb as shit. Anybody who has that opinion just maybe feels like that's what happened to them. And they don't feel like, or they feel like, oh, I did something. Maybe I pushed the limit too far and that could happen to me. Like, that, I think that's dumb.
Oh, I
as
meant
fuck.
to say Joe didn't say it like somebody else said it. Joe didn't say it.
Oh, damn. You let me just dog Joe out right there. Fuck.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of talking, and it's hard for me to focus today.
I do a lot of talking every week.
I know, but today is specifically hard for me to focus. You were talking a lot. I didn't realize that you were talking about
Please,
Joe.
I wish we had
I
a
was
big
just
enough
talking about-
base for people to just like clip every episode where you go, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's both of us.
It's leaving me now, so I need to hurry up.
My opinion on it is that I think that that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that there's power imbalances, there's power dynamics, there's people who feel like they have to do something in the moment. Maybe they're okay with it in the moment because they think it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in life, they're like, wait, that I was abused. Wait, that was like not okay. That person made me feel like I had to have sex with them or do these things to get ahead. But at the time, I didn't know better.
Right.
Like, I think that's dumb to have that opinion that people can't change their mind. And that like consenting in the moment doesn't mean they're consenting to something appropriate or non-abusive.
And that's kind of what Melissa Ford was saying. It's because she was basically saying that like the words that she used was that like now we have a bit more vocabulary around the subject that they didn't have back in those days. And she was saying how like as a woman in the industry, it wasn't necessarily a question of like if you were going to get like assaulted or like have some weird things happen to you. It was what and by whom. Like you kind of almost expected it in every room that you walked into. And so that now like, so back then, like a lot of women were just, the power imbalance was so like thrown off that like a lot of women would just go along with shit because this is how I'm gonna get my next song.
That was the industry.
This is how I'm gonna get studio time. This is how I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was the industry. And so now 20 plus years later after the fact, a lot of them are realizing, hey, you know, it was a little weird that he put something in my drink that time.
That was fucked up.
I did wake up and I don't remember what happened last night. I kind of did like he was a little rough that time when I was telling him to stop and he kept going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And so it's kind of wild to, as you said, have that opinion that people can't come back later down the road and just change their mind when it's like, nigga, we didn't call it what it was back then. We called it just playing your role.
And I think that it's really annoying that a woman has to be the one to say it. Like, why couldn't a man in that room ever say it? Like, I hate that that's
well,
always
Joe
a
agreed,
thing.
but yeah,
But like, why wouldn't he be the one to step up? By the way, when I say I dogged out Joe Budden, that did happen though. Like Tahiri did come out and be like, he abused me.
I mean,
so that's why I think that's dumb as fuck.
It is what it is.
Like,
but no, I do agree. I hate that like the women have to be the ones. I don't really like when a lot of like marginalized people have to speak for themselves about something that we can all see is happening. Like, I agree with you. I think that all the men in that room should have been like, hey bro, that's not really like smart of you to say. And here's the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? Just lay it out for them.
More men who should have stood up for black women.
I mean, I guess this is what this is all circling down to. Dr. Umar, along with the Diddy shit, he had this little video basically asking like, where
He's
is
alive?
Dr. Umar?
Who's the one who died?
Who are you talking about?
Wasn't there a guy who died and he always gave like terrible advice and he died, everybody was like, damn, he's dead, that sucks, but he was a horrible person?
I can't even partially think about what you're talking about.
What's his name?
No clue.
How do I Google that?
No clue.
His name's not Andrew White, but maybe that'll help you. No?
No.
Guys, who am I thinking of? He literally died.
His name is Kevin.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
He was literally so problematic and he would say the worst things about like black women all the time.
That's a lot of
super
people.
Misogynistic, but he was like, that was his thing. And he died and everybody was like, damn, that sucks that he's dead. But like also,
you talking about the nigga in the suit with the glasses?
What's his name?
Dark skin.
I think that's something you.
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. Yeah. Oh, that's not Dr. Umar.
That's not the same person.
Did they have the same takes? Every time I see something about Dr. Umar, it seems like not as favorable.
Well, a lot of people see him as a meme. Like, they don't take him serious.
Wait, what did he say about this?
I'll show you so many things. But anyway, he was basically saying, like, where is the evidence to support all of these claims that people are saying? And if you're going to do all this shit and take this black man to court, because there's a lot of people that's out here like this,
Wait, there's so much evidence.
I got a bar for you niggas today. It's a lot of black people, a lot of black men out here going, this is just another ploy to take down another black man. This is just the system trying to take down a successful black man. He didn't do nothing. The same shit
This
that
sounds
we
like
hear.
OJ.
OJ, motherfucking R. Kelly, goddamn Bill Cosby. It's the same routine that you niggas bring up every time one of these freaky ass niggas come out here and do some freaky ass shit. Let me tell you something. The reason why you have not seen any evidence, you, Mr. Umar, or any of you other dumbass niggas
We've
out there,
literally seen evidence, by the way.
we've seen some circumstantial evidence, but we haven't seen like the full blown videos that they have after raiding this man's
The freak
home.
off videos.
They don't
No.
have the freak off pictures and videos and things like that. We got
Seeing-
some little
seeing
weird.
Cassie get stomped out apparently wasn't enough for Mr. Umar.
That wasn't enough. In fact, that wasn't nothing to these niggas. Listen, the reason why you don't have any sort of solid evidence to support the claims that people are making is because this is a federal case.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means that this has to go to trial, and at the trial, you will see the evidence. The evidence that they have been collecting on this nigga for over 20 years. Huh? Say that number one more time. 20, 20, 10 times 2, 20 years, okay? Videos, pictures, witnesses, goddamn tapes and shit that he bribed motherfuckers to hide, all types. That's why you seen him beat the shit out of Cassie, because they got that tape.
Didn't they? But like, when people say that, like, oh, well, we don't have proof, it's like confusing to me because it's like, did you not watch the Attorney General speak? Did you not watch that? Because he said, we have video footage of these things. We can only tell you so much because their trial hasn't happened. We have interviewed 50 plus victims from the freak-offs that we've seen who all don't know each other but have had the exact same stories and experience. I watched a lawyer talk about it yesterday. She was like, people keep saying, how do you corroborate these things? Well, when you have 50 plus people on video all saying the same thing who don't know each other, but we're all victims of the same person, that common story is corroboration. The footage we have, corroboration. Listen, if he allegedly did all of these things, okay? Regardless, he's going to jail. Like, the RICO charges are the least of his
that
worries.
Was another thing, sidebar, you niggas don't have as much knowledge of the judicial.
Speaking of knowledge, this episode is sponsored by Green.
Shut up. You niggas don't have enough knowledge of the judicial system, that you niggas say or claim or think that you do, because when shit is a federal case, federal, by the time your shit, there's different levels to courts, right? There's your little like local, county shit.
Some civil.
You go up to, civil, blah, blah, blah. You go up
Bitch,
to.
why the fuck you use little boy mean? You're right. You go up to.
What do you mean? I was just agreeing with you.
Okay.
You got like little local stuff that you can go up to state. State can then go up to the federal level. Once you hit the federal level of being in court, it's not a matter.
Raps, bro.
It is not a matter of if you're going to jail. It is how long. Diddy is going to prison. His fucking attorneys are trying to figure out if they're going to get this nigga 20 years or life.
Yeah. Because, like, people keep talking about the freak-offs. At the end of the day, take the freak-off stuff away. He's still going to jail because RICO charges, okay? He had ARs with the serial numbers and the stuff scratched out. You can't do that.
Felony.
If you have those, you literally are going to go to jail. Like, people...
Big guns with big clips and no serial numbers, along with GHB. Felony. What the fuck are you talking about?
Trafficking drugs, trafficking people
internationally.
Like, it just blows my mind that people are that slow. Like, I didn't go to fucking school for law, but it doesn't take much to know that you can't have, like, you can't do those things, and that they have evidence. We've seen the guns. They showed us the guns. So I don't know, Mr. Umar. I think you need to just...
Where's the evidence you're going to see it in court? Because another thing that you niggas don't understand, again, about the judicial system is that they can't put the videos and the pictures and the clips out now, because once they are out in the public, they are inadmissible for the trial. You can't use those same clips, and they can't use that Cassie video in the trial.
No, they put out the pictures of the guns and everything. They put all that out. The only thing they haven't is the freak off stuff.
But the point I'm making is, if that's what they put out, what do they have?
That's what the lady kept saying. Like, you got like, hello?
Because you can't use that stuff in court once it's already out. What do they have on him that's worse than what we already seen? You'll find out at the trial.
If he makes it there. Because the update also is that he's not eating because he thinks people are going to poison him. And I don't want him to be poisoned. I don't want him to die. I want him to narc everybody the fuck out. Because he is just maybe the ringleader.
That's why I think they're going to do him, though.
Oh, 100%. They're going to Epstein him. The second that he got caught or officially got caught, everybody got scared because everybody's involved somehow. I mean, people who even just were party attendees are scared, they're worried. Am I next? How can I be implicated? Can I be implicated?
And that's why all these CEOs
and rightfully so, though. Like, if I was just a guest at a Diddy party, of course I'm going to think, oh God, maybe I participated in something and I don't know. Like, of course, everybody is scared, 100%. But I want him, because he knows he's going away for a long time. I want him to rat everybody out, because if he doesn't and he dies in jail or something happens that we don't get to actually get the Epstein thing, no one got closure
for real,
because we only know now what Ghislaine will tell us. And what the fuck is she telling us? Nothing. So it's like, I don't want him to die. Now, at least, like, I don't want that to happen, because I want these other people to be who were involved. Because when those people get away with it, what does it tell them? Oop, I can do it again. So no, he's not eating because he thinks he's going to be poisoned. Bitch, eat up. Better eat that slop on that fucking plate.
You have a note here about the responsibility of people in his camp and other celebrities who knew.
Yes, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is like, there is a responsibility that those people need to be held accountable. That's why I don't want him to mysteriously something to happen to him, which they need to get this fucking ball rolling, because if they waste too much time, something will happen to him. It's just how it works, right? Powerful people, yeah, right. But I do want that. So there is a responsibility for all of those people.
But I do want to say too, in that same vein, that there's a lot of things I'm seeing online of people who, if you ever took a picture with them, if you ever were at a party, if you ever that, I hate that everybody's trying to implement everybody in it, because everybody got this conception that everybody in Hollywood is the same as far as this shit go. It's like some niggas are just regular motherfucking people. They just happen to just be around Diddy because he was
powerful,
the powerfulest niggas in the music industry. So why would I not talk to Diddy? Why would I not be around Diddy? But it's just like, I want niggas who do these deep dives and all this fucking journalistic research and shit like that to focus on people who have actual
people who've been named
things to it.
In that affidavit, people were named.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige was named. You know who wasn't named? Jay-Z. Do I think there's a lot fishy with him? 100%. But
if he's not on the list, why are we bothering?
I don't think that there's this.
Why are we talking to Soulja Boy about his picture with Diddy?
Right. Soulja Boy, I was the first person to ever take a picture with him. I invented the camera. Please, Soulja Boy, chill out for a sec. But people want to implicate Jay-Z so bad. A lot of it has to do with, him being one of the most powerful black people. People want Beyonce to be humbled. I think that's a huge thing.
For sure.
Do I 100% think he allegedly killed that girl or had her done?
Oh, I believe that.
100% he did that. Allegedly.
He got that bitch up out of here.
100%. But I don't think it's related.
I would go so far to say Beyonce helped him.
Yeah, allegedly, in our opinion. But I don't think that is related.
I don't care if they did.
No, I don't care. I don't care either.
Okay.
We had the conversation.
I think we did.
About oh, this is bad, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
someone
allegedly.
You must not know about us or where we came from. Then you want to cancel us now, babe. You're late.
I take that would have been us.
Bitch, that would have been us. That's what I'm saying. Allegedly,
yeah,
a woman disappeared who allegedly was impregnated by Jay-Z allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
and Beyonce was like, "Get that bitch out of
Allegedly
here."
found out, and allegedly was like, that bitch needs to allegedly disappear.
And so the bitch allegedly disappeared. Not to call her a bitch. Sorry, we're just talking in like.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't mean like
She's
bitch
not a
as in
bitch.
bitch. I mean bitch like, yeah, bitch
Like,
bitch.
bitch, please. I called my dad a
Come on,
bitch this morning, actually, when he
Yeah.
told me he was getting drunk. I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Like bitch, your drunk ass.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're talking about it. We're like, that's crazy. Like, do I think he did it 100%? Like, whatever. And just looks at me and he goes, I don't know. Because, like, if you had another individual, supplement the N word for individual. Okay. That's how he said it. If you had another
If
individual.
you had another nigga.
And we were that deep in.
And we was that deep in.
You know what? Just
you better make that bitch disappear before I do.
Let me know. We'll make him disappear and we'll move on. But then now you know that I can make someone disappear.
Turn that nigga into 90%/10% beef patties, nigga.
Okay. That's kind of where we're at with that.
Fertilizer.
Is that hi Poopa? Is that I
believe you did it, but I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't impact my feelings because at the end of the day, like we might partake in negative activity as well.
Well, we never would.
We never would.
So as far as Diddy goes,
anyway, no, people are trying to implicate Jay-Z. I do think that he's done some crazy shit.
And he did get with, and he had very close proximity to Aaliyah when she was very young.
Yes,
and he got with Beyonce when she's very young.
There are things.
These are true statements.
But as far as this case goes, I think because he did bad things, people want this to be the thing that takes him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Poopa.
Go. Shut up.
Lay down. Can you lay down?
Shut your mouth. Lay down.
Lay down.
All
Every
the
time
way.
it hits like the hour mark, he's like, "You guys, we're done now." Yeah, I think that is another thing of people just want to take him down and want Beyonce and him to be humbled. Like they want to see that. And so I think that's dumb. Like trying to implicate people who aren't named. Implicate the people who are named. Like there's people who are named. Mary J. Blige is literally having a fucking For My Fans tour. Did you see that? She just announced it. Babe, it's not for your fans. It's for federal fucking law. What's it called? Federal fucking lawyers' bills. Like, it's for your case. Yeah, she's literally doing a tour called For My Fans.
You know, it'd be funny if all of
Baby
the,
girl.
like, you know, it'd be hilarious if all the people that was named, like the musicians, they just decided to go on like an international tour.
Do you want to know who's a part of it?
Yeah. Can you bring up the list?
I have
if
a
you can
picture.
find it?
It's just the three of them.
Oh, it's just three people.
Mario and Neo.
Mario, Neo.
I heard
and
Neo.
Mary
I heard
J.
Neo's
Blige.
freaky. Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Name anybody who asked for that. I just want one person who asked for that. Just one. That's all it takes. Just give me one.
Mario. That's so random.
So random.
Neo is very random.
I do think there should be a resurgence of Mario, though. I mean, like Loki, he was so good, but I don't think that he had his moment.
Well, I think that's done now
Why?
because he's on a federal indictment.
Wait, Mario is?
You just told me he was on the list.
No, bitch. He's on the tour.
Oh.
Mario, Neo.
I thought she was about to bring up the list of people that's on the case.
No, I don't have that.
Oh.
Mario, Neo. That sounds weird when you say it together.
Mario, Neo.
Yeah, it feels weird. And Mary J. Neo.
And Mary J. Blige.
And Mary J. Blige. Who fucking asked for that
It's
tour?
a random mashup of people, actually. Yeah.
It's kind
I
of
would have
random.
expected like Omarion instead of Mary J. Blige. I feel like Neo and Mario
No, but
like
every
make sense, but like
every time Omarion tries to go on some tour, he like backs out. I feel like people aren't checking for Omarion though. But who's checking for?
who's checking for Neo and Mario?
I don't know.
When the last time Mario came out with a song?
I don't know. At least
2005?
Omarion's got touch. I mean, like I don't know.
But even then, that came out when we was yupping in our white tees, bro. Like
Yeah,
ain't
I don't
nobody looking for Mario and Neo no more.
Yeah, I don't know. Mario.
Anywho, you also have a note here.
Yeah, about victims.
Yes.
Yes. This is the thing that I think people need to stop sensationalizing. And people become so obsessed with stories and like, well, when Justin Bieber talks, what happened to Justin Bieber? And people are posting all these clips online, okay? There is talk that no one knows anything. Let's start there. And let the people who do know if something happened are probably involved in this case.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know sitting at home. We can post weird clips that seemed funny. Like, where did they go for 48 hours? They had a sleepover. That was weird. But like people posting all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody who was sexually abused when I was a kid, which is what people are saying that happened to him. The more other people talk about it, like, doesn't feel nice. Like, and now you're going to make him relive that. Okay?
It's fucked.
It's one thing if he is, you know, what do you call that when they're like, bitch, come to the stand? You got to testify. What are they called?
When they summon
Yeah.
him for testimony?
Yeah. Those people. That's one thing. Because now he has to go. He has to
or
tell his
even
story.
if he was like one of the people who was outwardly being like, we have to like end him. Like, we have to stop this.
Yes,
like,
if he chose that.
Yeah.
But it's the people posting all of these clips online that, like, the man just had a baby.
That nigga on an alpaca farm.
Literally, he's gone with his wife having a baby, okay? The trauma that he went through, even, like, aside, when you take this Diddy stuff out, which, again, we don't know. If it did happen, this would probably be the biggest trauma of his life. But what we do know about how he was treated as a child star, what we do know about
Just period from everybody.
seeing these clips of, like, female
Grown
celebrities
women
kissing him and sexualizing him when he was a child, and big women like Rihanna, like all of these people calling him sexy
Katy Perry,
when he was a kid.
Pink, like, yeah.
Okay. All of that stuff already happened. If he's healed from that, or is healing, or hasn't healed, there's 3 options there. To just, for people to be posting these clips and this stuff over and over and over and over again without the we feel for him attitude. People are posting them all to help further incriminate Diddy. This man has finally had a baby and is starting a family and is going to end his trauma, his generational trauma, his things by having a baby with his wife and living a peaceful life. He made his money. He doesn't really do much anymore. He's made his money. He's happy. And now everyone's like, we need to hear from him. He needs to speak up. A lot of you have had horrible things happen to you. Imagine somebody went and posted all that online.
It reminds me of when that Nickelodeon documentary came out, and everybody was all on Ariana's page, like, "What did happen? What do you know? What have you? What's going on? What did you do?" When she was on Broadway, and then she came out after a while in the interview, like, "So it wasn't a good time."
And I hope, and she's like, "And I'm recovering from these, and I hope that the victims get closure." But it's not always closure to have to talk about it. Like, some people want to heal independently, and to have to relive it can actually take you back. Like, I'm very open on that. I say everything on them, but I don't talk about that or like the story. I say all the time that it happened to me, but I don't talk about the story. And people are like, well, wouldn't you want to, like, you could help people. You could do this. You could do that. I'm like, yeah, but you're also going to hurt a lot of people. Including yourself by talking about those things. And it's like, it's also not somebody else's, like, story to tell. So it's like, I just hate seeing that like he'll get his closure from having to stand on trial. You know that could kill him. That could take him over the edge. That could be something that takes a victim over the edge by, like, making them tell their story. Yes. Can it help a lot of other people if Diddy goes to jail? 1,000,000%. And I'm sure he will be summoned because his name is everywhere. But it's like, I hate the sensationalization.
Sensationalizing
that.
Yeah.
Of that.
No, I agree. And I feel like a lot of it just comes from, like, people getting this new information and having anger and outrage about it, and knowing a person that could say or do something that could, like, help, you know, fix the situation or, like, do something to, like, you know, make sure that people get justice and shit like that. But it's just like, you have this new rage about something that I felt 10 years ago that I worked through a therapist with for 6 years straight. Like, I understand you want me to say something, but, like, I don't fucking have to.
Yeah.
Celebrities are people too, my nigga. Like, people don't click with people a lot. And then you get shit like that happening.
And I do think that people, like, need to be held accountable on all these things. But how many of you know your nieces and nephews who got fucking raped by your cousins and things like that and never said a thing, and you let that kid grow up to be fucked up?
Hey, Uncle Ronnie still come to every barbecue, don't he?
Like, how many of you know people who sexually assaulted people in your families and you said nothing?
Auntie Jackie there every Christmas.
The kid went to you and told you, and you said, "Oh, I just think this. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't this." Like, you know. So
Your cousin Rodney got you your present last month. He the one that did it to you.
people want to just victimize people so bad, and it's like they actually forget about the victim.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Or people want to demonize, people so bad and forget about the person who actually is hurt in the whole thing. So I don't know. I think that's my opinions on all this.
Yeah.
Annoying.
There is a section of the show that we call "What's on Your Heart," but I don't give a fuck about what's on your heart today because we're gonna say what's on my fucking heart.
Oh, okay.
And what's on my heart is what I don't want to talk too much about because I'm gonna hold my composure a little bit. For those of you who don't know, yesterday, Marcellus Williams. I was about to say Marcellus Willis. Who the fuck is Marcellus Willis?
That's a really good question.
Marcellus Williams, a innocent black man from Missouri, who's been in prison for the last 20 years, who is innocent of a murder that he did not do, was executed. What's the word I'm looking for? Despite the hundreds of thousands of people that signed a petition asking him not to be executed, besides the parents and the family of the woman who was murdered saying that he should not be executed, besides the thousands and thousands of calls that the governor just didn't pick up, unplugged the phone, besides all of this shit,
all the people who showed up
outside. Ooh. Besides all the people who came in and physically gave the governor's secretary like big, I saw this video on Twitter,
packets,
big ass packets, hundreds of people outside just giving that nigga had so much motherfucking paper, bitch, you thought it was a paper mill in that motherfucker. Yeah. Throwing that shit on that nigga desk like, hey, tell that bitch we said we not with this shit. Besides, despite all of that, that fuck ass governor and that fuck ass attorney general,
the
murderers still went ahead and proceeded to get this man killed. And it's been fucking with me all day for, I guess, two specific reasons. One, I remember a long time ago, I was driving my first car, the car that me and my sister shared. It was this fucking red 96 Accord. Piece of shit. And the motherfucking gas hand didn't work. And
what's a gas hand?
Like the gas meter that tells you how much gas you got in your car.
Oh,
it didn't work.
That's critical.
And which wasn't a problem because the agreement that me and my sister had was that when I use it, I'll put gas in it. When you use it, you put gas in it. And so whenever the next person gets in, there's always gas. Just that when you're done, just put some in there. So that when I come in tomorrow, but my fucking sister didn't follow the rules because the next day I went to go to a job interview where I was coming back from a job. I went to a job interview. When I was coming back from the job interview, I ran out of fucking gas and I was in the middle of the fucking road. Damn. And I was trying to call my parents, like, yo, like, man, like, I'm stuck on here. Like, I need somebody to come pick me up or, like, bring me some gas. Like, can one of you niggas, it was like Saturday morning. So these niggas was asleep. So I'm blowing their phone up, like, bro, can y'all please, like, somebody, blah, blah. But then as I was sitting there, a fucking cop pulls up. Now, I'm like 16, 15. I don't have my permit, but I'm in the middle of getting it. So legally, I shouldn't be on the fucking road. And so when I saw this fucking cop pull up, I'm like, oh, shit.
I'm fucked.
Fuck. And so he came to the door and he like, what's going on? I said, yeah, I'm coming for an interview. Like my car out of gas, blah, blah. Like look at the meter. It's fucked up. Whoa, whoa. He was like, okay, your license registration. I'm like, oh, I left my license at the house. Like, you know, like I just ran out because I was trying to go to the interview real quick. And he was like, all right, cool. Just give me your name. I gave him my name. He was like, I'm going to run it out. I'll come right back. He ran it, came back. And he was like, yo, do you know you got like a warrant for your arrest? And I'm like, what do you mean a fucking warrant? He's like,
how?
He's like, yeah, you're wanted, like in this county. Like, did you know that? So I'm freaking out because I'm 16. I'm trying to call my mama. I'm 16. It was over by the airport too, so it was like the fucking state troopers and shit like that. So I'm trying to call my mom and my dad because I'm like, oh my fucking god, like what the fuck? Like I'm freaking out. Thankfully, this fucking cop was like kind of cool. He was like, you seem young. Like I don't. Let me just go do a double check. This dumb motherfucker put my name in wrong. He put a D at the end.
And that's all it would have taken.
And that's all it would have taken to get me up out of there. Had anything, luckily this cop ran another thing. He was like, you cool. Just, we gonna get you some gas, blah, 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 whatever. And that was a fucked up thing. But the story that, as far as this shit go, was I remember back, like I said, that was one story. But the main story is that I was thinking back to when I was like third or fourth grade, up until like third or fourth grade, just I'm jumping all over the place. The elementary school I went to, right across the street was some apartment complexes that my grandmother lived in, my dad's mom. And so after school, we would go over there and wait for my dad to come and pick us up because they worked late. And so like we just school got out at 3:00. We'd stay over there till like 4:00. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Like sometimes I still have my motherfucking jacket on by the time he pulled up because I was ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day I remember I had, walked over there. I was sitting there just waiting for my dad to come get me because he was always the one to come get me every time. My mom would come every now and then, but it was mostly my dad. And I remember like I was sitting there one time and I was waiting. I don't know if I told you this story before. I was sitting there, I was waiting, and it was like, okay, 4 became 5. I'm like, okay, maybe he probably running late, like whatever. 5 became 6, 6 became 7, and like by the time anybody came, it was dark outside. And the whole time I really wasn't really pressed about it. I was a kid. I'm playing video games because my cousin still lived there. I'm playing with my grandma. But I'm noticing my grandma on the phone a lot. And I'm like, okay, like maybe I don't know what the fuck. I'm a kid. I don't know the fucking difference. And so later on during the night, it's probably about like 7:00, some shit like that, 7:30. My mama came and picked me up. And she was telling me that she had came and got me. And she was sorry that she was late because my dad had got arrested. And I was like, well, what the fuck is that about? And she was telling us how he had because, side note, as a young black youth, sometimes you got to learn lessons as they happen. And sometimes your parents just, instead of like sugarcoating bullshit or trying to like make you think that everything is all peachy keen and shit like that, they just give you the real of what's going on. So I'm a kid. My mom was telling me how my father got arrested because he got pulled over on the way to come pick me up, and the cop mistook him for somebody else. It was like a serious charge. I don't know if it was like murder or like gun possession or something like that, but he was misidentified as somebody that was looking for. And instead of,
it's weird that happens. No,
it's not weird when you think about how fucking stupid these cops are and how
don't they just have to run your name? Like that seems weird to me that happens so often. When all they have to do is type your name, into a system.
But what you're not accounting for is racism.
No. I am accounting for that. I think it's so like weird.
In my mind, I don't.
And so easily proven wrong.
In my mind, I don't think they even ran his card. I think they just saw it was a black man, and he was a bald black man. They looking for a bald black man. They said, "Fuck it, we gonna grab this nigga."
There's so many of them.
He gonna have to answer for what the fuck is going on. And so, like I said. She was telling us that he had got misidentified as somebody else, and she had to go down there and get him. She had already grabbed him, took him home. They had went and got the car because obviously when you get arrested, your car is just sitting out there now. So they had to go back and get the car, all that shit like that. That's why it took them so long for them to come get me. And I was thinking about that story today because I was like, the Marcellus shit really pissed me off so bad because I'm just like, bro, that could have been my dad back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That could have been me. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been a gang of times. And like, it just really like, and I'm trying not to really just like have this mindset because I've been thinking about this shit all day and I've really just been combating this thought. But like that whole thing and how everything just went down and how there is not only was there not evidence in the beginning that proved that this man didn't do nothing, but there is literal DNA evidence after the fucking fact, years down the road, and that's saying that this man didn't kill that fucking woman. And if they're in the testimony and all these motherfuckers had when they arrested him was some bullshit testimony from 2 motherfuckers who stood to benefit from lying on this man. The whole day, I just been thinking like, wow, black men don't fucking matter. Black people don't fucking matter. And at any fucking point, and I got to live with this every fucking day. I think about this shit every fucking day. At any fucking point, I could just be the next nigga. Every fucking year, it's a new nigga that done got shot by the police, lied on about somebody, hunted down by some racists, fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be the next nigga. And that shit was just like fucking with me. Or I couldn't, like, nigga, I'm at work like blanked out because I just can't stop thinking about that shit over and over and over and over and over again. And I think about that shit and I think about how my fucking boss is, I'm just ranting at this point now. I think about how my fucking boss be mad at me when I'm a minute late from fucking work, or I forget a fucking box, or how like just little dumb petty bullshit when I'm out on one of these fucking Amazon routes, when these fucking racist ass crackers can decide that I'm the nigga they want to kill today, and that's gonna be the fucking end of it.
It reminds me of when you did that one years ago route, and it said it was like a super Confederate house or whatever. It had all those flags, and it said like "we'll shoot" all this stuff, and your boss is like, "Too fucking bad, deliver the package," and it's like, that could be my life.
Like, that could be the end of it. And so, I don't know, man. I just been having a really fucked up day with that shit. I've been trying to hold back tears all day. But it's just like, I am just so fucking tired of this shit, dog. Like, I am so fucking tired of this shit. And I'm so, like, this shit don't make no sense, my nigga. They really killed that man.
Yeah. Somebody put
they
out
killed
a
that
whole,
man over a lie, my nigga. Like that.
Somebody put out one of the biggest reasons of why they wouldn't have like not done it was money. Somebody put out a whole list of all the things that they'd have to do and how much it would have cost. That's why them to have to rewrite all their wrongs, and then all of those people would have who did the wrong, like the people in power, would all be fired, or all of this, and how much money, and that's why he's
my nigga
too bad,
fucking bad.
But
bro.
That's like their justification. Do you know what I mean? And like that just shows how disposable that life was to them, to keep their own and keep their money.
And that's fucking ridiculous. You didn't kill somebody's father, my nigga. Yeah. That's somebody. That's a person, and y'all killed this nigga, bro.
And that's just one of the ones that go viral. That's the thing too. There's so many.
It's a gang of niggas this shit happens to every fucking day.
How many people are in jail right now who so clearly didn't do the thing?
So that's where I've been.
Right.
You know, I already have issues. I mean, obviously you already know this. Y'all already know this. Like, I've been diagnosed with depression, like ADHD, all this little shit like that. So I already have like daily fucking things anyway. But this shit, nigga, I said if today is not the day for you Trump flag flying ass niggas to stand in front of me in the goddamn gas station. Yeah. It is not the motherfucking day. It is not the day. Today wasn't good. So that's what's on my motherfucking heart.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
it was just so blatant. Like, how is this person? Who is he? The guy who decides it? What do you call him?
The governor.
The governor.
Yeah.
How is he ever going outside ever again?
That nigga is so motherfucking piece of shit, because while that shit was going on, I guess some black officer was killed in the line of duty out in Missouri, and this nigga put a post up about him while you were actively trying to get while you're ignoring the thousands of comments of people going, don't execute that man tomorrow.
Calls, like, didn't they unplug his phone or something? There was something where like,
you on Instagram, my nigga, and your phone going off, and y'all unplugged that bitch.
Yeah. And
then today, this nigga put up a motherfucking clip with him and 3 other black women for some fucking Air Force thing. It was some event, and he posted the video with him shoveling some fucking dirt in with these motherfuckers. Like,
he's a murderer. He should be in fucking prison.
as if that means any fucking thing, bro. So I don't know, man.
Kamala got. Do you see what happened with her?
No, what happened?
Kamala, they shot at her. Hold on, I can't believe you didn't see this.
They shot at her.
Not her, but her building, something like that. Hold on. Gunshot. Kamala. Yeah. Okay. Kamala Harris's campaign office in Arizona. Gunfire. They shot at it. Luckily, nobody was there. Shot right through.
You niggas is going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And let me make something abundantly clear.
Yeah, they shot all in the building.
Cute.
Isn't that crazy?
And let me make something abundantly clear.
Trump better come out and ask how she is, just like they did.
As upset and as sad as I am about what happened to that man, I want you niggas to understand that it is up for you niggas.
Who?
These fucking racists.
Yes.
This ain't motherfucking 1964 no more. We not afraid of y'all niggas no more. And we got guns too, nigga.
And more people who feel
against it.
Inclined to back black men and women. Like,
bingo.
Like back then, it wasn't like people were scared to stand up for marginalized people. People aren't scared now. So
and furthermore,
you're outnumbered.
And furthermore, nigga, I got Tammy on speed dial. So fuck you mean?
Tammy's gonna get you,
nigga. I got Tammy on speed dial, nigga. We on all that.
Yeah.
Tell him, Big T.
Please. Yeah, I mean, I think that's honestly kind of why she said I got you in the chat. That's kind of why they're, I feel like, a little more radical now. Like when you see racism, it's a little more radical now and the things that they say and do. And I think it's that they're like outnumbered. And also because of that, it's like they feel like they're willing to die by it. You know what I mean? Before to be racist was just like...
And you're going...
In
yeah, I can cut that part out. We're going to cut this part out.
Edmon, cut that part out. Or just bleep. Just bleep.
Yeah, I'll just do a big bleep. And I'm going to put some messages on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing is fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's like you wish these would be like lessons and that it would like make it happen less, but it like doesn't. And that's what's so fucked.
The only thing I can just like... The only hopeful thing about it all is that, like, I think 2020 really did a big number on people. And, like,
it opened a lot of fucking eyes.
A lot of fucking eyes. And it opened them up in, like, a crazy way. A lot of people are upset and frustrated. The only thing now is that niggas need to be more, like, mobile with their frustration and more, like, do actionable things with their frustration instead of just, like, being frustrated and being angry.
Yeah, well, I think 2020 was more of like a
wake up.
We need to rethink how we view racism, and we need to rethink on like as white people need to think about how is the system really designed? Because saying it, that sounds silly until you see it and you're like, holy fuck, like this is fucked up. And so I think there was a lot of relearning in 2020, 2021, 2022, even 2023. A lot of relearning and like learning about cases that happened even in the past that like go over your head because it doesn't impact you. It doesn't affect you. And so I think now, again, with the power of social media and the power of TikTok, especially, because that's again why they're trying to get rid of it, is people are able to now, and it's kind of how I feel about like the Justin Bieber thing is like seeing this doesn't empower you or impact you positively. You don't see this and go, thank God this is put out for the world to see. You see this and you go, that could have been me. I'm just another number. I'm just another, like you say, like you're like, oh, I'm just another useless black man. I'll just be killed. Like I'm useless to them. You know what I mean? Like seeing that doesn't feel good to you. And so it's frustrating that like it's like two things can be true at once. It can be amazing that the world sees this and goes, yeah, fuck that governor, he's a murderer, fucking RIP, and please rest in peace, because I hope he saw the people. Oh, that makes me want to cry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have to plug the like Steve knows he's unhappy. You hope that they see in that moment how many people were like riding for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know you didn't do this. We know this is unjust,
Mm-hmm.
But so like, while that can be true, and it's like, this will help more white people stand up and be like, this isn't okay. Because at the end of the day, this is what's so fucked up too. Who can change the system? Unfortunately, only the backing of white people, white power, because that's who runs it. We can get another black president, and that can make changes.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the people who are actually behind her are all white people in power.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she will be the face and all of that, but the people who actually make a lot of these decisions aren't her. So it's going to take a lot of white people to stand up and be like, this isn't okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like shitty that you have to put these cases out there and actually like bring up trauma again for you to do that. So it's like two things can be true at once. It can be an amazing thing to provoke change, but it can also harm a lot of people.
And just reinforce the negative.
Because it's like, just
Messaging
another
that they
number
just
is
wanna-
how it feels
yeah.
for you. You know?
I don't know. The thing that I just really want like white people to know is that like, yes, when you see this shit, just like, yeah, be enraged and be upset that this is happening to somebody, but also understand that this shit can be y'all too. That's
Yeah.
the thing that I really feel like is starting to curl over a little bit, which is why I'm kind of a little bit hopeful that things might change. Because like, if they did this shit to this nigga, they could do this shit to you too.
And they do. Like,
and they do.
They do.
All the time.
Yeah. It's just the reasoning is different.
Yes.
Like, maybe for if it happened to a white person, it's, yeah, they didn't want to do the money part. They don't want to do this. Oh, well, it's a prisoner. Who cares? Like, whatever. But like 99.99999% of the time when it happens to a black man, that's a motive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing. And how did he end up in that situation in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Because of race. And people who say like, oh, it's not about race. Like, it isn't to you. You're right. It isn't to you. You know? So,
Of course it's not for you.
Of course it's not for you. Why would it be? Yeah.
So,
Well. This has been Evan Science Podcast. Maybe we'll play a game next week. Maybe we'll have fun. We said we wanted to do things that weren't just hot topics. Like, although I do get people who tell me they like when we cover hot topics. I get people like that.
I like when we cover hot topics.
Yeah. But sometimes we need to have fun.
Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Emmizzie podcast. I've been Edmon. This is Nicholas.
I've been Edmon just today.
It's just today.
Just for this hour.
Not any other day. Any other day, I am the nigga that's fucking your bitch.
Not for free.
I'm Big Daddy the other days.
Okay. Please.
Sweet Dick.
You can't even say that.
Sweet Dick Eddie.
Because if people see that, they're going to be like, oh, okay, so I can fly Nick out. Because Edmund's doing it.
You can fly me out.
That's crazy.
You're not gonna let somebody fly me out for like 10 grand?
No. You gonna let somebody fly me out?
Not for 10 grand.
How much?
100.
I'm not going, but 100? What if
'Cause
I
I'm
die?
getting half of it.
What if I die?
Well, obviously, we gonna have checks and balances and set to make sure you don't die.
Guys, people offer to fly me out like every fucking month. I
They
say
can-
no every time.
They can fly both of us out, but you'll be doing the work. I'm just there for
I'm
surveillance.
bending.
You doing the bending, and I'm just taking the other half of the 100 for my grievances.
And my security's here.
No, I'm coming. I'm
No,
security.
you're security.
Oh yeah,
When they're like, who's this? I'm like, oh, security.
security. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? You thought I was traveling alone? I don't even tell them. I just show up to the airport.
Yeah. And you get 50, and I'll get 50 for that person's life.
I'm not flying out.
Because if you were just to get the 100 and I didn't get nothing, then that means that nigga gotta die.
I'm not being flown out.
I have
people.
to be paid for you to.
That's pimping me out. Which
No,
is a
'cause you
crime.
getting paid too.
Whores get paid.
It's a crime in some places it's not. if they fly you out to Vegas, we could do whatever we want. Thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Episodes Podcast. I'm Edmon. This is Nicholas. You can follow us everywhere down at the bottom of
all of the links are below.
If you want to watch this shit live, like everybody else,
saying that right at the beginning.
in the beginning, yes. I'm gonna put a thing in the beginning before like the episode starts, like a.
We should just record something like off stream real quick, or we could just say it
just do it
fast,
as a
like that you could just pop in there. But technically, we could just say it quick at the beginning. I'll write that under right after hit record.
We'll put that.
Yeah.
Smart cooking. You can follow us everywhere. If you want to watch this shit live like everybody else did today, and you didn't because you're a hoe ass nigga, and you watching this on YouTube right now, nasty, ghetto, stanky. Come to his Twitch. It's posted down there. You know what I'm saying? Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern
7 p.m. Wednesday.
Eastern time, 7 p.m. Wednesday. It's 72 degrees. I got a 7-inch dick sitting and
between my knees.
That's between my knees.
Thank you. I'm a rapper.
My nigga is
I'm going to be a rapper. I know I did it wrong.
That's still wrong. First of all, you gave me that light baby ass.
I got to pee.
That wimpy. Go to the bathroom. Bye, y'all.